When you look at this horror show of a budget and you combine that with the health care plan, there's really only one conclusion I can come to. The messy truth for Donald Trump's voters is that Donald Trump has already been captured and co-opted by the very same DC insiders that he ran against. He doesn't seem to know it yet, but that's what happened. Now, don't forget, Donald Trump actually ran against the conservative establishment. He ran against the Republican establishment. He ran against the same old Washington, D.C. conservative orthodoxy. And he did crazy stuff. Look, he said, I'm not going to touch any popular programs. He even said kind words about Planned Parenthood. He was tough on Wall Street. He promised insurance for everybody. All right? Now, that's the Trump I was terrified of, okay? That's the guy that had me screaming to Democrats, this dude can win because he's going against the orthodoxy. And guess what? The Republican voters actually loved it. They helped this guy run over 16 or 17 establishment Republicans because they wanted the new populist stuff. Well, guess what, Trump voters? Got bad news for you. That same orthodoxy that Trump ran against today, that is Trump's only agenda in the White House, 100%. What am I talking about? Let's just look at the Republican health care plan, which basically Speaker Paul Ryan has now stapled to Donald Trump's forehead. But Donald Trump didn't run promising he was going to push 20 million people out of the health care system. That's what Paul Ryan's bill does. Trump didn't say that. Trump said, I'm going to take care of everyone. Remember that? I'm going to take care of everyone. I'm going to make sure everyone has insurance. But the establishment, they said, no way. So they flattered Trump, they went golfing with Trump, and then they switched his populist agenda for theirs. Now you look at that health care plan, you look at that budget. Every heartless, brutal idea from these establishment Washington, D.C. think tanks, which are completely cut off from real life, they just cut and pasted all their bad ideas, put it in one document and said, here's your budget, sir. We're going to cut federal funding for Meals on Wheels, and everybody's going to love it, right? And Trump's fallen for this. So they basically have put this guy in Air Force One. He's flying over the red states, and he's dropping hand grenades and meat cleavers and chainsaws onto the heads of his own voters. Mr. Trump, here's the truth. You can either please your party's insiders or you can please your actual voters, many of whom cannot bear these cuts, but you can't do both. And that's the messy truth.